expect to be like me, but you can't do it out there. Yo. What up, it's your man Dust? Stevie. Shout out to Stevie Wonder, man. If you're new, welcome. If you're a turning, what up, though? Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and check out that freestyle boom in the description below. But here we go, another react video. 15 most infamously paused movie scenes ever. Whatever that means. This is by Dolan. This is his movie channel. He got a movie channel, a gaming channel, and a regular channel. I'm subscribed to all three. Subscribe to him. He does some great creepy stuff. Shout out to Twins. You know, I only know about him because Twins be on him heavy and stuff. My little twin bros. But let's get into it. Dust.
Danger Dolan.
From
Disney animators trying to warp the minds of children to psychically exploding heads, we look at 15 of the most paused movie moments.
Number 15.
Nick Fury's grave in Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is a fairly recent, not legendary pause moment, but it will get a laugh out of you if you love the cinema of Samuel L. Motherfucker Jackson. In the Captain America sequel, where we are led to believe that our favorite one-eyed bald man is dead, the crew slip in a reference to Pulp Fiction on the badass motherfucker's tombstone. Yes, the quote from Ezekiel is the same used in Tarantino's masterpiece, meaning that surely somewhere online, someone has a valid theory on how Jules is actually Nick Fury.
14.
Peep Show in The Rescuers. Disney are notorious for having secrets hidden in the background of their animations. However, a topless woman in a children's cartoon may be taking it too far. Yep, in the scene where our heroes are riding on Orville's back, just chilling, flying through the city, except for some reason one of the buildings has a photograph of a topless woman filling a random window. It apparently is only there for 2 frames of animation, but it's very noticeable, causing any curious person to rewind and pause to get some 70s titties.
Number 13.
The Whiteboard and Cabin in the Woods. So this movie is absolutely filled with horror movie homages from Evil Dead to Friday the 13th and Hellraiser. It's a horror fan's wet dream of in-jokes. The best one though goes to the hilarious whiteboard of killer creatures that could appear and kill our heroes, including some sexy witches. It's a great in-joke that suits the tone for the horror comedy perfectly. Our favourite is the dreaded and fearsome Kevin.
Number 12.
The butt in Eyes Wide Shut. This is one that had more interest when it was released in 1999, mainly because people wanted to see Nicole Kidman naked a hell of a lot more back then. Kubrick's final film about secret sex cults and marriage breakdown opens by showing us some glorious images of Kidman's ass that would have had any 16-year-old boy using the pause button like crazy. The scene became so well known that the film really should have been retitled Eyes Wide Butt.
Number 11.
The Masturbator in Teen Wolf. This old urban legend spread during the glory days of VHS. Basically, it went like this. Dude, there's totally a guy jacking it at the end of the film where Michael J. Fox is a werewolf man. This spread to every werewolf-loving film fan, and millions of copies were used to scan the last shot for the Phantom Masturbator. The truth of the situation is that while there is no meat beating, there is someone with their fly clearly undone and trying to hide it badly. This obviously means they were masturbating because why else would you have your pants open while filming those sexy basketball-playing werewolves?
Number 10.
The birthday alien in Signs. We won't give Shyamalan much credit as a filmmaker, but Signs has some great tension-filled moments, and the lead up to the reveal of the alien invaders is one of his finest moments. Playing on the tricks of found footage movies that work well, showing only a glimpse of a creature while people filming are terrified, meaning that we all had to go back and pause it so we could see the alien in its blurry glory, stalking a birthday party. This was, of course, before the film reveals that water is basically acid to these aliens, which means if that kid got a water pistol for his birthday, then that alien was fucked.
Number 9.
The skull in Psycho. While Psycho had been around for a long time, it took until the video generation to catch the sneaky hidden skull overlay at the end. When Norman Bates has been arrested and is sitting in his cell, we get Anthony Perkins pulling his iconic deranged stare, which is creepy enough on its own, but Hitchcock decided that overlaying a skull lightly would double the creep factor. And to his credit, it does. It's an
Yeah.
unnerving shot, and once you see the skull pattern, it's hard to unsee. It is only there for a frame, so you need to be quick with the pause button.
Number 8.
Sex in the Sky from The Lion King. Another
yeah.
very well-known case of Disney inserting random sexual content into their children's movies. This time into everyone's favorite, The Lion King. It comes when Simba blows some leaves off a cliffside, and they very oddly made the word sex as they fall off. While this has been talked about for years, Disney came out and said, no, it's SFX as in special effects. Why would it say sex? It's not like we've ever done this before. Well, that would make sense if you hadn't accidentally left sexual content in your films before, and
Exactly.
if SFX had anything to do with the damn film.
Number 7.
Exploding head in scanners. Cronenberg is well known for pushing body horror to its limits, and no more iconic than the psychic head explosion at the start of Scanners. A B-movie horror classic, Scanners' most impressive moment has been paused and rewound a million times before GIFs were invented. While the film doesn't do much as impressive as the head kaboom, it's a great little film, and with one gory moment, David Cronenberg established himself as horror masters.
Number 6.
Tyler Durden flashes in Fight Club. So this
Oh,
movie
yeah.
had many hidden jokes, but the most well-known one is the
For
hidden
showing
flash
him,
of
yeah.
Brad Pitt scattered throughout the film. Eagle-eye viewers can spot it pretty clearly without needing a pause button, but it really does go by quickly in many scenes. Fincher loves to fuck with your head, no more so than making you constantly think you're seeing things while watching your DVD, reaching for the remote to make sure you aren't fucking crazy.
Number 5.
The Eye Splinter in Zombie 2. This Italian film that presents itself as a sequel to the 70s Dawn of the Dead is an amazing gore fest that features the best zombie versus shark fight you need to see in your life. While it's an exploitation film, the effects and deaths are a marvel to watch. With the one you'll want to pause is when one of the heroes gets her eye impaled on a piece of broken wood. The effect is extremely convincing and will have you hitting the button to try and work out when they switch to a fake eye and just how close the actress is to losing an eye.
Number 4.
The Kiss from Cruel Intentions. Back in the day when Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Phillip were the fantasy of teenagers everywhere. Cruel Intentions was the dark, sexy 90s film, had a great soundtrack, and one massively pause-worthy moment. Infamously, it is the kiss between Gellar and Selma Blair that sparked a number of 13-year-old kids to break the button on their remote controls. The kiss so intense the camera actually splits up a length of spit, still connecting the two actors' lips as the makeout session ends. Needless to say, this little detail blew sexually charged teenagers' minds, meaning that word spread quickly, and this one became one of the most iconic moments.
Broke
Number
the
3.
button.
Commander Rabbit in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Have you ever wanted to see cartoon vagina in a mainstream children's film? Well, that's kind of what you can see if you get your hands on a VHS or Laserdisc copy of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. See, in the scene where the Jessica Rabbit and Bob Hopkins hit a lamppost in a tune cab, Jessica spins around with her dress lifting up and her legs wide open towards the camera for about 4 frames, revealing a tiny patch of skin-colored crotch. Why only the VHS and Laserdisc? Because the DVD edited in underwear to correct the offending issue for today's generation. Now, no one will ever know. It's not like there's a global information hub where people can share images and video. Oh wait, there is.
Number 2.
The Stormtrooper in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. So the Stormtroopers are only as competent as Star Trek's red shirts when it comes to dying and marksmanship, but the white armored baboons have one more infamous skill. Not being able to see 5 goddamn feet in front of them. His infamous goof in the first Star Wars film sees a particular tall stormtrooper bang his head on an exposed beam, all but knocking his face out cold. However, unlike the Commando Jessica Rabbit, Lucas decided to go with the joke and add in a sound effect so that viewers intentionally are drawn to the mistake. But before then, it was a frequently paused frame for geeks to laugh at.
Number 1.
The Stone Beaver in Basic Instinct. Now this one is undebatable in tension, and more well known than any other on the list. Almost everyone has, well, at least every guy has sat there going frame by frame through this scene to get those 2 frames of slight nudity. Well, that's one way you get your kicks to the internet. The scene was one that helped to launch Sharon Stone's star into the sky, and cement her as a sex symbol for the 90s. The scene perfectly sums up the feeling of watching a movie, having the moment of, did I really just see that? Going back to work out if it really did happen. That, and of course, the shock of just possibly seeing then A-list celebrities downstairs. That's it for this countdown, and have a good one!
That was good. I like his list. This voice creeped me out, but it's not like, it's not boring though. Like Screen Rant voice is boring. His voice just kind of creeps me out a little bit. But hit the thumb up. I'ma like it in a second, but we go because it's getting late. Alright, boy, Dust finna go. Hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Go ahead and subscribe to him. It's Danger Dolan. You know, Gax my bros, or you probably don't know my bros, but they'll tell you they watch his stuff all the time. Every time I go in there, I see them watching another Danger Dolan video. I'ma just keep it with. Well, right now I'm just watching all the popular ones, and then I guess, you know, as my video count get more scarce and stuff, you know, and I get to like the thousands and stuff. Yeah, I'll be that soon. I have 1,000 videos soon. You know, eventually I need to kind of twinkle back to certain stuff. But alright, boy, that's gonna go ahead and check out that freestyle. Boom, in the description below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hope I ain't got nothing in my eye. It's that Stevie though, boy. Whew. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. 2 fingers to the side. Dust.